Hello friends, welcome back to another video. Will here, Orlando-based flight attendant. Hope you guys are doing wonderful. Coming at you guys live from Grand Rapids, Michigan to start a 2-day trip. Our report time was at 5:45 a.m. We just worked the one flight here. Flight time was 2 hours and 11 minutes and we had, I think we had 200 and something passengers. It is currently 9:31 and we don't start boarding until 9:56. And we're working one flight to Denver and then we have a 23-hour overnight. So I'll see you when we get to Denver. Well, hello guys and welcome to Denver. It's been a couple hours since I got here. I actually got into the room, put all my stuff away, and I went straight to bed. I didn't get a chance to talk to you about this earlier, but last night I slept zero. Nothing. Absolutely nada. All I keep thinking about the whole day was just, can I please get to this hotel so I can nap for 2 hours? And you guys know that I usually don't do naps, but I really needed that. I got here around 12:45 p.m. and it is currently 4:33 p.m. We are here on a new trip. We work the 2 flights today. We work from Orlando to Grand Rapids and then Grand Rapids to Denver. Let me give you the flight stats for today. We're currently on a 2-day trip and I might have shared that already. The block for today was 6 hours and 12 minutes. Block is what we actually work. The credit is what we get paid, and our credit is 6 hours and 34 minutes. Our duty today, since the moment that we checked in until we got to Denver and left that aircraft, was a total of 8 hours and 53 minutes. Our time away from base for this trip is 40 hours and 14 minutes. The total credit for this trip is 12 hours and 15 minutes. Oh, the turn has gone. Great. Somebody offered me a trip. A coworker of mine looked at my schedule. She's senior to me and she was like, hey Will, I need more hours. So do you want to switch this 2-day trip that I have for 2 of your turns? Both my turns were more credit than the trip. So I am losing like maybe 35 minutes, but it's a cool layover that I don't think I've ever had. Excited for that. The plan for today is actually head downtown. I already know how to get there. You guys already know how to get there. So we're just gonna make our way over there. You guys also know the bathroom situation. So I'm drinking all the water right now and then we're going to the bathroom before we go. Let's get ready, make our way over to downtown and see what we get ourselves into. To downtown Denver, just getting off Union Station, and I am walking to the Contemporary Art Museum here in Denver. Monday through Thursday, if you go to the museum after 5 p.m. it is $5 instead of $14. So we're gonna go with that. I already purchased my ticket. We're literally 4 minutes away from getting there, so let's go. Cheers. I am trying this Mexican style lager. It's called Cityscapes and it is a Denver local. It was recommended by the bartender. I am currently sitting here at the rooftop just hanging out. What I'm going to do now is look for a place to have dinner. I also don't know what I'm in the mood for. From what I see here, it's just really either like Mexican food, but I don't know what I'm in the mood for. I'm definitely going for a burger, but I could do like a pasta. So far, I've only spent $15. The ticket for the train ride was $5. The entry here was $5 because I did after 5 p.m. Otherwise, it would have been $14. And the beer was happy hour, so it's $5. We're doing good so far. When you're a flight attendant, you really have to be mindful of your money. You know, at first you don't really make a lot when you start because you'll probably be on reserve, and then you slowly work your way up until, you know, it gets better. But I think it's great to get in the habit of looking for when it's more convenient for you to actually visit somewhere like today. Instead of spending $14 On the ticket alone, I actually spent 15 so far with the train ride, the entry, and a beer. Just thinking smart, being smart about your money. And I've talked about this before, sometimes you just want to go out with crew and you don't care about spending the money, but some other times we really have to be mindful. I'm so close to 3,000 subscribers. If you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button, it's literally down here, and I greatly appreciate it. I want to continue growing this channel, and I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've been trying to use a different style of vlogging. I've been putting myself out there a little bit more and not being afraid of talking in front of the camera in public. So please hit that subscribe button if you have not subscribed. I greatly appreciate it. Another thing that I can do is probably go back to Dairy Block. I was there last time and there were a couple of breweries and different places. I think I'm going to try to find a place, and then when I decide on a place, we'll go together. So I ended up coming here to Machete Tequila and Bar, which is right across the street from Union Station. I ordered some out of cheddar quesadillas, which basically is like steak quesadillas, and they have like onions and like a red sauce. I'm not sure about the red sauce, but we're just gonna try it as it is. I also ordered a beer, and I'm just gonna sit here and enjoy a nice little dinner by myself. I'm gonna wait for my food here, and then we'll make our way back to the hotel. Welcome to Get Ready With Me to Go to Bed. Just got out of the shower. It is a lot later. I got back some time ago, but then I spent some time on the phone. When I got back to the hotel, I saw people that I flew with last month, and so we were hanging out downstairs. So it took a long time for me to get to my room. It is close to 11 p.m., so close to 1 a.m. Orlando time, and I am so grateful that I nabbed when I got here, because I don't know how I would have survived this day. I probably would have not done anything, if I'm being honest. I finally ordered my favorite skincare. This is a brand, it's not sponsored, but Hims. I really like it. I usually have the everyday moisturizer, and then I have a vitamin C serum, and I have a Goodnight Wrinkle Cream. We're already on the 3rd level, so we gotta start. Oh, it smells so good. We gotta start looking out for those things. Today was such a wonderful day. I had such a great time going to the art museum and just really hanging out with myself. All right, y'all, I'm back. I am back like I never left. There we go. Give it a bit more natural look. My eyes are still so red. I did put some eye drops, and I don't use contact. A lot of people are like, do you use contacts? And I'm like, I actually don't. Getting into bed, hopefully I sleep for 8-9 hours, and then tomorrow we'll get up for another day, and we'll see what we get ourselves into tomorrow before we go work the 2 flights back to Orlando. Welcome to day 2 of this 2-day trip. I had a rough night. I woke up at least 4 times. I think the first time I woke up was at close to 3 a.m. and then I woke up again at 6 and finally woke up again at 7, so 3 times. My first alarm was set for 7:55 and it's only 7:31. So I don't know what I think, but we're gonna have to start our day soon here. My flights are on time. My plane is coming in on time, which is fantastic. I actually got a text message from crew scheduling. So we have something that we can kind of like communicate with scheduling, but it's like when we have changes on our schedule, we can approve them from our work tablet. One of my turns got canceled. I have something in my schedule, it's called AVA. So basically the airline can assign me something to work, but they have, I think they have until 5 p.m. the day before to assign me something. I also have AVA for another turn that canceled this coming Saturday. So yeah, that's pretty much it as far as morning reports. Let's get this day started. It is 9:04 a.m. I woke up, showered, got into my gym outfit, and had breakfast. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait like 45 minutes and go to the gym. It's been a whole hour and I'm still here in my room. I don't want to leave. I don't want to work out. I just want to be in bed. I don't like when I'm like this because I don't like complaining. I don't like feeling like I'm wasting my time, but at the same time, it'd be nice to just lay in bed for another hour or two and then start getting ready to go to work, which really all I have is, it's 9:05 and I need to be downstairs at 11 for Vans. So yeah, I don't really have a lot of time. So if I want to go to the gym, I have to go now. I'm still following my high protein, low calorie food guidelines, and I've been doing that. I haven't been working out as much, but I've been able to keep the weight. So the last time I weighed 249, and crazy, when I started this whole thing, I was 276, which I don't think I've talked about my whole weight loss journey. Maybe at some point I'll try to, you know, dive into a little bit more, but I've been able to keep the 249, 252 range for the past month and a half. Now, I learned from this whole process that food is key. So as long as I keep counting those calories, making sure that I'm in a calorie deficit and keep eating high protein foods, then I'm going to be okay. Man, the more I think about it, the more and you know what's the craziest part? I just saw a video, and I think it's Mel Robbins. She's talking about feelings and behavior, and she was like, your feelings, like you're feeling that way, so sometimes you can't control it, but you can't control your behavior. So you're feeling tired and you don't want to go to the gym, but your behavior doesn't have to act accordingly. You can still feel tired and not want to go to the gym, but go to the gym. She was saying something along those lines. It also applies like when you're mad at someone. So you can be mad with somebody, just because you're mad at them doesn't mean that you're gonna treat them bad or like be disrespectful. So again, feelings versus behavior. I think I'm going to nap for 45 minutes and then start getting ready to go to work. I have most of my things ready. Let me show you. Proof that I was ready to go to the gym. Here are my packing cubes. This is the crossbody bag that I was using yesterday when I went downtown. This is for my shoes. And then I have all of my required duty items in here ready to go. A passenger gave us chocolates yesterday and I kept this one. All of my electronics and stuff here. And then on this side I have all my toiletries and then my uniform and stuff ready to go. Let's talk about today. So we're doing 2 legs. Our report time is at 11:56 a.m. Our van is at 11 a.m. It is currently 10:36 a.m. We are going from Denver to Detroit. Our flight time, based on what I'm seeing here, this can change, should be 2 hours and 36 minutes. And the flight time from Detroit to MCO should be 2 hours and 25 minutes. We have an hour sit on the ground. Usually the time is for cleaners to get on board, get the trash and all that out of the plane, and then we quickly start boarding 45 minutes prior our scheduled departure time. Total credit for today is 5 hours and 41 minutes. Our duty is going to be 8 hours and 3 minutes. Our total credit for this trip is 12 hours and 15 minutes, but our block, what we actually worked so far, is 11 hours and 53 minutes. We should be getting to Orlando at 9:29 p.m. and our duty off is always 30 minutes after we open that door. So 9:59 p.m. should be our duty off. And then I am off, and then I have another day. But I have AVA, so the airline could call me to work a turn. But if I don't get called tomorrow by 5 p.m., then I don't work on Saturday. So I'm hoping that that's the case. That's what we're doing today. I'm excited to go home, to have a few days off and just do stuff in Orlando. I feel like I spend so much time in my apartment when I'm off, and I want to change that, especially this summer, being able to fully spend summer in Orlando. I definitely want to start doing things. I'm going to reach out to friends and see what they're up to this weekend. Maybe we can do a little pool party or something. Any of you guys have any tips on quitting caffeine? If you are struggling with drinking coffee every day more than 2 or 3 times a day, comment below what are you doing to kind of like cut down on your caffeine intake. I need to figure that out. So if you have any recommendations on how you quit caffeine, on how you cut down your caffeine intake, let me know. It's appropriate for me to say that I am addicted to coffee. Like right now, I'm like, should I brew another cup of coffee before I go to work? But I don't need it. And the thing is, if I don't brew the coffee now, when I get to the airport, I'm gonna see Caribou Coffee and I'm gonna be like, oh, I don't get to drink it over there in Orlando. So I'm just gonna have it and treat myself. So, all right guys, let's head over to the airport and go home to Orlando. Good morning and welcome to the next morning after I got back from my 2-day trip. Yesterday, half of it was unnecessary and the rest of it was just crazy. As you guys know, we were working to Detroit and after that, we were coming to Orlando. Well, our flight time going to Detroit was 2 hours and 9 minutes. However, when we were approaching our initial descent, the captain made an announcement and said that there was weather in the Detroit area and we had to circle for about 40 minutes. Here's the thing, when you start circling or when operations start getting affected and planes start getting, you know, held in the air or on the ground, that's where operations kind of like go sideways and everything is just messed up, unfortunately. So after we're circling for maybe 40-45 minutes, we finally land, and because of that, all of the gates were occupied. We had to wait maybe another 30 to 40 minutes on the tarmac before we could get a gate. Obviously people weren't happy. Everybody was getting up while we were still on the tarmac, and the captain made an announcement and turned off the fasten seatbelt sign for a little bit. Finally get to the gate and people to plane, and now the new people that are coming on board aren't happy and everybody's making comments, and then this guy is like going back and forth with me about our new arrival time, and I was like, well, we have 45 minutes for boarding and then our flight time is like 2:12. Because here's the thing, and I'm glad I didn't say a time of arrival because other stuff happened after we were done, and something happened with ground and that added an extra 30 minutes. So if I had told the passenger we're landing at so-and-so time and we actually landed later than what I originally had in mind, the passenger was going to be upset. I mean, he was upset regardless whether I said the wrong or right time, but I think he was just upset that I wasn't doing the math for him. So it was just a lot, and I was like, okay, all right, yep. Obviously, you know, I'm still greeting people, I'm still doing my job. I'm not gonna let one passenger affect the rest of how boarding is gonna go, and other people, it's not their fault that this passenger is upset. Some people get it, some people don't, and that's the truth. Anyway, we ended up getting a weather reroute, and so that added a little bit more time. So I'm telling you, it was a lot. It was a lot happening at the same time, and people were just focused on, I wanna sit together, and I want it now, and I wanna get there now. And I'm like, whoa. We ended up adding like an extra hour to our trip. Our duty ended up being 8 hours and 48 minutes. So I think we added like 40 something minutes, because I remember telling you that our duty was 8:02 when we were in Denver. And our total credit for yesterday was 6 hours and 25 minutes. So the trip ended up being now 12 hours and 59 minutes. We ended up getting some extra credit for the trip. Yesterday, I posted on my Instagram, which if you have not followed me on Instagram, I'll put it up here. But I put delays on go home days should include 200% pay, an extra day off, a raise, a complimentary therapist appointment, and an all expenses paid international vacation. Thanks. I have ABA tomorrow. If I don't get called by 5 p.m. today, then I'm not working tomorrow. This is how yesterday went. I didn't really have it in me to talk to you guys yesterday because I just wanted to hop in the shower and go to bed. That's exactly what I did, and I slept for like 10 hours. I hope that you guys enjoy coming to Denver with me. I hope that you guys continue to enjoy the vlogs. I am going to say goodbye now, and I am going to see you next time for another adventure. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, please. See you next time.